Today, we're going to work a little bit with, let's call this Trunk 101. I have always believed that, and I've used this analogy a couple of times, that the center of the body is really where your strength comes from. All right, it's not your arms, it's not your legs, it's the center of your body, and that's from the neck, bottom of the neck, the clavicle, down to the pelvic floor area, 365 degrees. Think of that like a tree trunk, right? And the stronger that piece of it is, including your glutes, the better able you will be to function in your life. You can have strong arms and strong legs and a weak center, and you're not going to be able to function optimally. So what I've done is I've put together this little grouping of exercises for you that I think will be very helpful if you're at that 101 place, meaning beginning. So what we're going to start with, a couple of things. These exercises, until I tell you otherwise, when we're going to be standing up, can be done on the floor or on a massage table if you happen to have one at home. Some of you do, because you have in-home massage therapists, or you use it for stretching because it's easier than getting down on the ground. Okay? So for this particular grouping of exercises, I'm going to even use the foam roller for part of it. But if you're not quite to foam roller yet, it's okay. But I like the idea of it. Now, within this grouping of exercises, I've got special attention for those people who have a forward lean on their shoulders, your kyphotic, and a bit of a comma, an anterior tilt, or your back goes like this at the bottom. All right, kind of your thoracic area, lordotic. And so what we want to do here is to be able to draw the shoulders back and get that piece of your upper back to lay flat so that everything can come back and down and you're all centered over your body. And with a strong pelvic area with TVAs and other types of exercises, then your body will be tall and straight and you'll have natural curves to your spine. Okay. This should also help begin the process to get you ready to do more strength work, okay, and help to alleviate low back pain, okay? All right, so let's start with a pelvic tilt. We've done this a number of ways over the years, if you're really familiar or watching this video. We've done them standing, we've done them in cat-cow, we've done pelvic tilts right before we get ready to do exercises. We suck our navel to our spine, which is one of my favorite things to say. Right now we're going to do this pelvic tilt on the floor, looking up, knees up, feet down. Okay, now, as I said, this is 101, so I'm going to take a minute to explain this. And as you do each subsequent run through from this, because you'll already know it, you can skip through the explanations unless you need to hear things 12 times. So put your hands on your hip bones in the front of your body. All right, make your back nice and relaxed. Okay, knees up, feet down, everything lined up, hips, knees, and feet. Take your fingers, put them about an inch in on your hip bones. Okay, and if you poke, they should be kind of soft and gelatinous and flopping around. All right, that's good. That's okay because you're laying back and relaxing. The act of activating your TVA requires you to do a little pelvic tilt where you take your hip bones and make them face towards your bottom of your rib cage. All right, and you're going to feel your glutes kick in just a little bit and your back round out and flatten up in the back. All right, and as you do that, as you feel about an inch in on either side of your hips, you're going to feel a slight pull, a little bit of a tightening on these muscles here. You may not feel it. If you're new to this, you may not feel it or in the beginning or know what to look for, but the more you do it, the more you're going to feel it. So we're going to start with a set of 10. Yes, these are a little tedious and a little slow, but they're actually really, really good for you. And in your day going forward, this is a good thing to do 3 sets of 10 to kind of begin the process in your day of activating your core. Okay? So fingers on the insides of your hip bones. Lay flat with your head pointing straight to the ceiling, your neck nice and neutral. All right? If it feels tight, you can take your nose and point it down towards your chest for a minute and stretch out the back of your neck. That actually feels really good as you press into the floor. Okay? All right, good. Here we go. So we're going to tilt, tuck, and tighten everything, including a Kegel. A Kegel is, if I may say, it's the muscle that you activate when you're trying to stop urine flow. This is a good muscle to activate for a really good deep pelvic floor activation. Okay? And I recommend that to everybody. All right? And then bring it down nice and relaxed. Okay? So let's try it one more time for play. Tilt, tuck, tighten everything up. Do your Kegel and draw up on the inside. This is for men and women. We all have the same muscles. Okay? And then relax it. That was our play set. All right. Why do we use the Kegel exercise with this? Well, because we want to take the entire region, all your deep pelvic muscles, and the TVA, which I call the girdle to the guts, and we want to make sure that they're actually working. Okay? Down the line, Kegel exercises are good because, well, it helps you stay normal versus losing control or having issues with incontinence or anything else. All right? Okay. So, nice and flat, hands here. We're going to do it for real now. Tilt, tuck, tighten. Exhale and hold it. 3, 2, 1, and rest. That's 1. Good. Tilt, tuck, tighten. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Tilt, tuck, tighten. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Tilt, tuck, tighten. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Tilt, tuck, tighten. Make sure it's there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. How's it feel? Now, again, tilt, tuck, tighten. Now, if at any point you try to tighten your muscles and you just can't feel them or they let go, stop doing this exercise and wait and catch up with me. If you are new to this, rest it. Do 1 set first, and then if you can only do 6, that's fine. Build up to 10, and then work up to your 2nd set, and then work up to your 3rd set. Okay? Ultimately, you'll be flying on your own doing 3 sets of 15 with no problems whatsoever. All right? All right, let's do it again. We got 4 more. Tilt, tuck, tighten. 3, 2, 1. 3 more. Do not squish your toes in your shoes. Tilt, tuck, tighten. 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Tilt, tuck, tighten. Is your back flat? 3, 2, 1. Getting 1 more. Tilt, tuck, tighten. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Now, while we're resting before we go into the 2nd set, I will say this. If you're new to TVA and you're not sure that it's working, and you're working through the exercises and you get up in the next day or 2 and you realize you got a little bit of soreness going on down there, then you know you're doing it right. Okay? That goes away. Okay? It's much like anything else. It's a muscle, and if you're not used to using it, it'll get sore. Okay? And then it's easier to hold it for longer periods of time. You'll actually recognize it after a while, and you will. It will feel good to get that muscle to work. All right, let's go again. On your back. Ready? Tilt, tuck, squeeze. 3, 2, 1, and down. So if you put both fingers on your hips and your rib cage, you can feel them come together. Tilt, tuck, tighten. 3, 2, 1, and hold. Tilt, tuck, tighten. 3, 2, 1, and hold. There you go. And down. Tilt, tuck, tighten. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Tilt, tuck, tighten. 3, 2, 1, and rest. 5 more. Listen to your body on this. Tilt, tuck, tighten. 3, 2, 1, and rest. 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 Tilt, tuck, tighten. Need one more after this. 3, 2, 1, and rest. One more. Tilt, tuck, tighten. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, rest for a second. Stretch out those legs. See how your feet feel. Get a little bit of a stretch with the calf muscles going on there. Good. I'm hoping you're enjoying this. We're going to do one more set of 10. And then I'm going to incorporate a foam roller for this next exercise. Because what we want to do with the upper back is we want to loosen up those muscles in the upper back area. Okay? All right. Most of us have foam rollers, I think. All right, last set. All right. On your back, put your fingers on your hip bones and your rib cage. Nice and flat. Inhale, and then exhale and tilt. Tilt, tuck, tighten. 3, 2, 1, and hold. Tilt, tuck, tighten, squeeze. Got those glutes in there? 3, 2, 1, and hold. Do not come up off the ground. Tilt, tuck, tighten. 3, 2, 1, and hold. Tilt, tuck, tighten. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Tilt, tuck, tighten. 3, 2, 1, and hold. And if you find it excruciating to hold, stop holding, just go back and forth with it. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and bring it down. We hold because we want to get the contraction to the muscle. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and down. 2 more. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and down. 1 more. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and rest. Okay. So the next one's going to incorporate a foam roller. If you're new to foam roller world, there's different types of foam rollers. This one is kind of a hard, aggressive foam roller. As you can see, it's well loved by my cat, who has decided whenever it's on the floor on a regular basis that it's an object they attack. Maybe it reminds him of a bird. I have no idea, but I don't mind. I can walk in on any given day and he's got his 20-pound body wrapped around it. But it's still a good foam roller. But there are soft ones, and I highly recommend a soft foam roller if you're not used to this. So what we're going to do here, and I'm going to try to take this to the side so you can see it. We're going to lay the foam roller across the upper back area where typically you have a forward curl to the upper back. Okay? So you're going to want to be on a surface that doesn't slip. And if it's really hard to do this on the floor, by all means, you can get on the bed to do it. Okay? And so I'm going to put my foam roller there. Knees up, feet down. All right? So where you want to be is not the bottom of your rib cage, which actually feels really, really good. But you want to be where your where your shoulder blades are. So you can feel those as you come up. There they are, your shoulder blades, all right? So what you're going to start with is put your hands right here. Do not pull on your head. The idea is to nest and have a neutral neck, okay? A neutral neck with your elbows toward the ceiling. So from here, all you're going to want to do is keep your elbows right next to your ears, and you're going to roll back and forth on it, all right? Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, up and down, and you can adjust it. I've gotten used to it over the years to grab with my elbows. All right, back and forth, and just find all of that stuff in the top half of your back of your shoulders, everything that hurts, everything that's tight, everything that we're used to having hold us up because we lean forward too much. All right, just look for it, okay? Adjust the foam roller as you need to, come down to the bottom. Now, as you are working this, we're not going to rush through this. As you're working this, what I want you to do is to stop right at underneath the top of your shoulder blades and just sit there, okay? Occasionally. And then slowly roll your arms out till they're even with your shoulders. Ugh. It's hard to do if you're tight. There we go. Gets those rhomboids in there. Really, truly works on those muscles up at the top. Traps and rhomboids. Roll up a little bit. Bring your hands in. Readjust your foam roller because it's going to want to slide out a little bit. Got it? Do not pull on your neck again. Go through this 3 times. You know, I'm a big fan of 1, 2, 3. 1 to do it. The second one to really dig into the meat of it. And the third one to know how good it actually feels. There. All right. So find those spots. You can roll back and forth a little bit if you want to on each of the scapula, not staying directly on the spine. All right. There you go. Up and down. All right. So when you're at that place in your upper back that's the sorest, take your elbows as you lean into this and slowly lower your arms right on the foam roller. And those rhomboids are going to feel really tight. It's kind of like if I were to stick my elbow in your upper back. Don't forget to breathe. Bring your elbows up, roll back, reposition the foam roller again. It actually does feel very good. You just never know how much tightness you have in your upper back until you do a foam roll job on it. All right, hands up, roll back. Nestle your neck, so to speak. Now the third time through, you should feel less, okay? And the more you do this, as I've said before with foam roller, the less you do, the more it hurts. The more you do, the less it hurts. There. I promise. All right. If you only do this once every 2 weeks, you're not going to like me very much. Okay, so elbows up, come to that place. Elbows out, very slowly, nestle your head, don't pull. And so the last time around, it may not feel neutral, but it will feel looser. Like the first time you laid on it, it felt like, pointy spears in your upper back. Now it's more like soft rocks, okay? That's if I had to use some kind of a comparison. Okay, so you should have a bit of a difference there. Good. No rush. This is a stretch that you can use every single day. This is a foam rolling exercise you can do every day. Okay. Next. Draw in maneuver. I like this one a lot. We worked a little bit with your TVA. We worked a little bit with your upper back. This one can be done on all fours if you're more advanced, but I do tend to like it on the floor as well. And the reason is It's kind of a nice visual. Imagine that I had a rope and I put it through your belly button. And there's a big old knot like you would see on a boat, okay, with a big end of a knot right here. And I was underneath the floor pulling on the rope, okay? And I'm pulling the rope through your belly button and pulling your cord down. That's the visual I want you to use for this. And I find that doing a drawing maneuver with that visual is super helpful for lowering the entire anterior core to the floor. So it's an exhale, a tightening, but you're leaving everything flat, okay? You're doing diaphragmatic breathing, which means belly rise, belly flatten. Okay, you're filling your belly full of air, and then you're bringing all those muscles in and bringing it all the way to the floor. Okay, so as you lay on your back with your knees up and your feet down, and you have your hands on your tummy, when you inhale, you need to fill your belly full of air. You want to feel a rise in the belly. Kind of like there's jelly donuts in there. Yep, and down. Or in my case, too much pasta. All right. So we're going to do a diaphragmatic breath in, and then slowly that cord on the other side is going to pull as you exhale and flatten everything out without tilting. Do not use your glutes. It all goes to the floor. All right, ready? Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze it tight. All the way out with the air. Good. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale. Hold it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Big belly. Exhale. Press to the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. We'll do a few more of these. Exhale. Hold it. You can use this as a meditation exercise as well. Just focus on how your breath feels and let go of everything as you exhale, and just use it as a center. Listen to the sound of your breath. It's very relaxing. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze those core muscles. Flatten to the ground. And inhale. Exhale. Squish. Inhale. Exhale. And rest. That's an incredibly relaxing exercise, and it's really good for your core. All right, now we're going to be standing up for the next exercises, okay? If you're not comfortable standing up, you can do it seated against a wall, okay? And there's a couple of ways to do it. And so I will explain it both ways because some of you are not comfortable standing up, some of you are, okay? I would say for me, doing this in a seated position is much more difficult than doing it from a standing up position. Because standing up, you're leaning against the wall. If you have an arch in your back or anterior pelvic tilt, I highly recommend standing first and leaning against the wall. Okay, so for demonstration purposes, tailor sit, lean against the wall, just like this. You're going to bring your arms out, and you're going to keep your hands in a Y position up to just about 45 degrees. You don't want to go over the top of your head with this one, okay? And then you're going to draw your scapula, which are your shoulder blades, down, all right? And hold them there. So what you're actually doing is rotating your shoulders back and activating your scapular muscles to go down and be flat. So we're actually exercising weak muscles, holding for 30 seconds, and then bringing it down. Okay, I'm going to teach this one more time, then I'm going to show it from a standing up position, at least I hope to. And well, you can pick the one you want to do, and then we'll do it together. Now, if this is your 40th rerun on this particular video, fast forward to what you want, to the exercises, and do your version. All right, so stand here, sit here, if you're Taylor sitting on the ground next to a wall. Hands up to 45 degrees. Make sure your pelvis is tilted forward and your back is flat. Arms are up against the wall. Then you're going to squeeze your scapula together. Keep it all against the wall and hold it. Then push your head into the wall. Straight forward or down, just a little bit to get a long stretch from the back of your neck. This is not an easy stretch. Got it? It really, truly isn't. All right. All right, now, the other version is the same thing, only standing up, leaning against a wall with a small bend in your knees. Okay, here we go. Ooh. All right, so up we are. Here we go. All right, good. My version, for my sake, is going to be on the ground when we do this as an exercise. All right, here we go. So we are up, standing up, leaning with our feet. Okay, leaning with our feet out, a small bend in the knees, and a tilt to the pelvis here. Hands out at 45 degrees up against the wall, and the same thing with the shoulders, down and flat with your head against the wall. I know you can't see that, so I will bring you up. There. Okay, so out, 45 degrees against the wall, pelvic tilt, boom. Hands here, head against the wall, a little bit tilted down, bring the scapula down, and hold it. Maybe I'll do it from standing, that feels just as good. Got it? Feel those scapula drop back, okay? Good. All right, so let's do 10. On this particular grouping of exercises, I think I'll do groups of 10. As you go forward, you can move these up to 15 repetitions if you like. Okay? I just think that it's a lot easier because these are not easy exercises, and I don't want people to feel, I don't want you all to feel daunted. All right? Lean against the wall, or you're seated against the wall, hands up at 45 degrees. Got it? Good. Head against the wall, scapula flat. Squeeze them together. Head against the wall. Press 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Now, another version of this, you can hold it for 30 seconds to a minute. If that's your cup of tea, try it that way. See if it works for you. If it causes cramping, that's probably too much. Stick with the repetitions, okay? Up to 45 degrees, roll those arms back to 45. There you go. Squeeze the scapula down, head against the wall, look down just a tad. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Ooh, that feels good. All right, ready? Tilt, tuck, 45, and down. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. That's 3. And up. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And up. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And up. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And up. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And up. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Maybe a couple more. And up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. How about one more? Arms feeling a little tired? And up. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. How are those arms feeling? Grab some water if you need it. All right. I'm kind of surprised my cat Otis has not crossed paths with me today. I don't actually know where. Oh, I know where he's at. He ran downstairs to try to catch a chipmunk. We seem to have an inundation of chipmunks in the backyard right now. It's September right now. And so they're all looking for a place to stay. So he stares at the back door in the basement, waiting for something to come through. Ever hopeful. All right, let's go. Lean against the wall or sit with your back against the wall in a tailor position. And up. And squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Second set should feel good. And up. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And up. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And up. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And up. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And up. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And up. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And up. Squeeze. 2 more after this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. 2 more. And up. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1 more. Your arms might be a little tired here. And up. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. How are those tired arms? Good. Okay, so just by way of understanding, the squeeze at 45 degrees is to bring the scapula together. So if you think about this visually from behind, we are rotating our shoulders back to a right position, a proper position. Then we are engaging our scapula muscles to actually help hold the shoulders back. Does that all make sense to you? Okay, good. So we're correcting things. If you spend a lot of time in a car or on a computer or wherever, all of that comes forward. This is a great way to open that up. And your arms might feel a little bit, I don't know. loosey-goosey, maybe, or like they've been working, because they have. All right, here we go. Last set. You're on the floor in a tailor sit position or against a wall, pelvic tilt. Engage this core here. Good. Hands at 45 degrees. Roll them back. So you're coming in and roll back. All right. Squeeze the scapula. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where's that head? Should be against the wall. And down. 1. Up. 5. Squeeze. Sorry. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. And up. 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. And up for 4. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. And up for 5. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. And up for 6. Squeeze. Head on the wall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. We got 4 more. And up. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. And up. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. And up. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Are your arms tired yet? And up. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can I have one more? And down. As with all things, listen to your body, though. And up. Squeeze. Don't do them because I want you to do them. Do them because you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Now they should be really tired. Okay? All right. Check them out. You should feel pretty good. Okay? You might be a little tight here, so squeeze forward. You should have no numbness or tingling or anything for any of these exercises at all. So you're just pulling forward. Pull. Like you're trying to reach, and stretch all that out. Okay. Next. What do we have next? Oh. That's it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to do one other exercise. Okay. I want to include this last exercise because I think it's really very good for the body. It's called Superman. I know that some of you are very, very familiar with this. Okay? And I'm going to do this on my tummy. All right. Hopefully you're all comfortable laying on your tummy. All right. So come down, if you will. That's not far enough, is it? All right. Let's move it down a little bit more. Now, there are some of you that are not comfortable. Sorry about that, people. There are some of you that are not comfortable laying on a hard floor. I totally get that. Believe me. So, this can be done. I think it's harder on a bed. But if you have a good firm bed to do this on, you can do this on your bed. You just want to be laid out. So, hands out up here, feet out down here. All right. The idea with this particular exercise is that your spine is completely supported. Okay. And before you even move, you need to squeeze your glute muscles together so that you support your low back. Do not ignore that piece of it. It's important, okay? So here's what it looks like. We're going to squeeze our glutes, and we're going to lift and down. Now, my head is up because I'm talking to you, but what this really will look like in practice, as opposed to theory, is you're going to look at the ground with your forehead on the ground, okay? Squeeze the glutes and lift, looking down at the ground and down. Squeeze glutes and lift and down. Okay, now I know that you may only get up about that far. Believe it or not, that's okay. It truly is. You want the legs and the arms to lift at the same time. And if you're only getting up a little bit, as long as you've got those glutes in there, you're actually working your glute muscles, which are the opposite of your TVA and the muscles in the front, to wake them up and activate them so that your low back is supported. And it also is working all the other muscles in the trunk, okay, to help them find equilibrium as well. All right, you ready? So we're going to try a group of 10 of these, and we're not going to hold them. We're just going to go up and down, okay? So start in the position with your forehead on the ground, toes out, okay? Squeeze and lift and down. 1. Squeeze and lift and down. 2. Squeeze and lift and down. 3. Squeeze and lift and down. 4. Squeeze and lift and down. 5. Squeeze and lift and down for 6. Squeeze and lift and down for 7. Squeeze and lift and down for 8. Squeeze and lift and down for 9. Squeeze and lift and down for 10. Okay. I know that was so much fun. You want to do 2 more sets of it. Absolutely. And I am happy to oblige. This is also going to be the last exercise we do. Sometimes KISS principle applies, especially when you're just starting out. You need simple things that you can do that help you feel like you're getting back on track, that aren't complicated. And I'm all about that. Small steps in the right direction over a long period of time gets you where you need to be. Okay? All right, let's go. Arms out, forehead on the mat or the bed or the floor. Feet out. Squeeze and lift. And 1. Squeeze and lift. And 2. Squeeze and lift. And 3. Squeeze and lift. And 4. Squeeze and lift. And 5. Squeeze and lift. And 6. Squeeze and lift. And 7. Squeeze and lift. And 8. Squeeze and lift. And 9. Squeeze and lift. And 10. So we're going to do one more set of 10. Then I'm going to send you on your way to have a beautiful afternoon. Before we get through this last set, I wish to thank you all for the time that you will be spending in the future on this particular grouping of exercises to make a difference in a good way in your core. Okay, here we go. And as usual, and as always, if you have any questions, please get in touch with me, Michelle French, runonhard@msn.com, and I am happy to answer questions or meet with you and chat. If you're not sure of something, reach out. I'd rather have you do that than do it wrong. Okay, let's do this one more time, and here we go. Head down, arms over, legs out. Squeeze and lift, and 1. Squeeze and lift, and 2. Squeeze and lift, and 3. Squeeze and lift, and 4. Squeeze and lift, and 5. Squeeze and lift, and 6. Squeeze and lift, and 7. Squeeze and lift, and 8. 2 more. Squeeze and lift, and 9. Squeeze and lift, and 10. Okay, people, that's it for now. I truly appreciate that you spent time with me on the mat and getting some things done today. This was a 45-minute video. I am absolutely sure that you can get through this a lot quicker, as I tend to talk. So if you need written instructions, and I'm going to send them out to a couple of you, with regard to this, just a list, let me know. All right, otherwise, have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye now.